Oh, what's up, my friends? Let me know if the music is, or let me know if my voice is a little too loud. I had to mess with the settings once again for my microphone. Still have not got a new microphone stand. I'm waiting to get a new microphone stand because right now in my Newegg, if you guys are you guys familiar with Newegg? I've always bought new like computer components and PC parts and stuff like that from Newegg, and I've really only done that just because my dad's always done that, and I don't know, it's just a trusted source. I just realized that maybe some of you guys aren't very familiar with Newegg. I don't know. Is that like an older generation website? Where do you guys get your computer stuff? But I'm waiting to get a new microphone stand until... Holy shit, we only got 9 people in here. Is that because it's a Saturday thing, or did the notifications not go out? I just realized that. That is wild. That's like the lowest viewership we've ever had in these live streams. I'm guessing it's a mixture of like, hey, people are out on Saturday. We just got back home. And I don't know, maybe the notification... I don't know. Maybe people are having fun. We're going to have some fun here, my friends. But yeah, I'm waiting to get a new microphone stand until I get a new... like, I got a ton of computer stuff in my Newegg cart, which also includes a new monitor. I'm looking to get a 1440p monitor, 32-inch. I don't know exactly how well it's going to fit, like, with my setup, but I'm curious. I'm probably going to wait a couple months to pull the trigger and buy it, but as of right now, I'm still using that coffee cup as a microphone stand. So you're going to have to bear with me a little bit. But yeah, man. Welcome, guys. This is going to be a low-key stream, which is nice. Sometimes it's nice to do those, right? But welcome, guys. Wacom. Dude, Oscar, I used to have a Wacom tablet. I had one in 2005 or 2006. And I bought one and I never really used it. I thought I was going to use it a lot, but I never really used it. I'm sure the technology has gotten so much better. That's almost 20 years ago. But I never really used it as much as I thought I would. I thought I would use it because at the time I was in school, I was in college for... what was it exactly? It was computer animation. I was animating characters. I was rendering characters, making 3D models and stuff like that. And yeah, I thought I was going to use it a lot, but I didn't really do that much. But anyway, welcome, guys. What's on your mind? Again, low-key Saturday stream. We got a low viewership this evening. So those of you who are tuning in on this Saturday evening, thank you so much. I appreciate it. We've had a super busy couple days. My daughter graduated from preschool. We took her to like a big trampoline park for like 4 hours. We went out to a dinner at her favorite restaurant. And then today we went to see the new Little Mermaid movie, which was fun. We went to dinner to another one of her favorite places tonight. It's been a busy 2 days, and on Monday me and my wife got a hotel room on the beach. My daughter's gonna join us the following morning on Tuesday. Gonna have a beach day, so we've been doing a lot of stuff lately. Yeah, it's fun, man. Yeah, Orion, the little preschool graduation was cute. It was cute. But anyway, welcome, guys. Swishfish, Vince, and Oscar, thank you guys so much for coming in with the first super chats and channel support of the stream. Swish says, "Yo, Greedo, my game about the little boy in the supermarket is almost done. I'll make sure I'll link it once it drops. It's been a hard week, but worth it." Not yet. Please do, Swish. Please do. I'm really curious. Like, you've had a week to make this thing on... what was it called? Adventure Jam, right? Yeah. And I'm just really curious how it turned out. Like, I love the idea of a game like that where a kid is kind of lost in a supermarket. I don't know what direction you took this game in, but the idea of that as a game concept you know, even if you weren't able to implement all the things that you wanted to in a week, the idea of that game is a really fun one. It could be, I don't know what it would be, a puzzle game. I don't even know, man. But like Swish, that's a really cool concept for a game. Really cool concept. But anyway, I appreciate that, Swish. Please do link it when it goes up live. I would love to check it out. Is it going to be playable? Like, are people going to be able to download it and check it out? But anyway, Swish, congratulations on all the hard work. Be pretty cool, man. I want to see it. Vince, thank you so much as well. Vince says, can't stick around, but I was in Kingsland, Georgia, and this actor built a replica of the original Star Trek series, right? The original series sets. It just closed for the summer, but it's a pretty damn cool stop. It's called the Neutral Zone. Later, I'm going to have to Google this. I'm pretty sure I've seen pictures of it. Let me see. The Neutral Zone. Kingsland, Georgia. Nice. All right. Let's see. The Neutral Zone. Nonprofit. Oh, this would be so much. This is crazy. This would be so much fun to get to go and see. Huh. Set visits, fan films. Oh, they shot fan films in there. Donate. They have an Instagram. How do you, does it cost anything to go see it? Set visits. How cool. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check this out. How far is that from me? Let's see. Google Maps. I'll just do St. Augustine, Florida to the Neutral Zone. That can't be right. Is that right? It's only an hour and 14 minutes? Kingsland, Georgia is that close? It is. I didn't realize that. Dude, that'd be... Okay, when that opens back up, please let me know. That is worth an hour drive to check that out. Wow, okay. I didn't realize I was so close to that. Anyway, I appreciate you bringing that to my attention, Vince. And, damn. All right. I was thinking... I did not... I've seen pictures of that set. That like, fan creation. I didn't realize that it was in Georgia. I don't think I knew that. So, That's awesome. All right, I'm going to keep that in mind, Vince. Maybe we'll have to make a little pilgrimage there. That'd be fun. But I appreciate that, man. Yeah, Andrew, it's Saturday, and this is probably I mean, it's kind of low-key and cool. I like it. But yeah, this is one of the fewer viewerships I've ever had on a live stream. It makes me wonder if, like, notifications went out. But, you know, it is Saturday. We had a busy past 2 days, and I'm assuming a lot of people are busy on the weekends as well. So let's just sit back. I got my foot up on my desk. I got a cup of coffee to help me wake up. I got a little light beer here as well. Just hanging out, man. Oscar Rodriguez. Evans Media. Good old Ben. Thank you guys so much. Oscar says, holy crap. All 4 indie films and Young Indie on Disney Plus. Nice. All right. Well, weren't all 4 indie films, they weren't already on there? I didn't realize that. All right. Maybe we're going to be gone on Monday and Tuesday. I won't be back home until Thursday. So maybe on Thursday, I'll I'll throw a little Indiana Jones on while I do stuff around the house. I got a lot of chores to knock out, so I can't just sit down and watch an Indiana Jones movie on the couch. But I can put one on as I fold some laundry and do things around the house, right? Be productive while I watch Indiana Jones in my periphery. But Oscar, I don't think I've ever seen any of the Young Indiana Jones series. I really don't think I've seen any of it, to tell you the truth. And I don't think I realized that the Indiana Jones movies were not on Disney Plus. That's interesting to me. But was Crystal Skull not on there? Well, now they are. But anyway, Oscar, I appreciate that, man. Best indie film. Oscar, I think my favorite Indiana Jones movie is Temple of Doom. It's the one that I watched the most as a kid. You know, we always had the VHS popped in the VCR. We watched it on road trips constantly. Me and my sister, we would just watch it on road trips. Like my head says Raiders, but my heart says Temple of Doom. You know, but yeah. Evans Media, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Evan says, going to see Raiders of the Lost Ark tomorrow in theaters. Super excited. Worried about Dial of Destiny's reviews. Saw Little Mermaid with my sister too. LOL. Yeah, the reviews for Dial of Destiny kind of make me... what does it have right now? I looked a few days ago on Rotten Tomatoes and it was in the 40s. Rotten Tomatoes has it at a 50 right now. And all the reviews that I've read kind of scare me. Overlong, no thrills, and no fun, says Dennis Schwartz. But, you know, obviously I'm going to see it. At the same time, I'm worried. I don't know, I'm worried about it. I'm kind of not really holding out hope that it's going to knock me off my feet. But, you never know. I tend to side, I do tend to side with the critic reviews when it comes to movies. I don't know, man. It worries me. That being said, we did see The Little Mermaid today. The new one. And, I thought it was pretty good. It was way too long. Like the original movie was an hour and a half. The new Little Mermaid is 2 hours and 15 minutes. And we were sitting there and my daughter was doing really good until like the hour and a half mark. And then she got really fidgety. She's a little older than 5 years old. 2 hours and 15 minutes is a lot for a kid. It's a lot for me, man. But I thought it was pretty good. The new songs were fun. Dude, the performance that stole the show for me was Melissa McCarthy as Ursula. To me, she stole the show. She was so perfect in the role. I didn't know she could sing. She sounded just like the original. I mean, it was her. She was so good in that movie. Like, I didn't really know what to expect. But I was blown away by her performance. I thought it was great. But yeah, man, Evans, I appreciate that. What did you think? I thought it was pretty good. But enjoy Raiders in the theater. The last time that I saw Raiders was a few years ago. The Jacksonville Symphony, the orchestra, they had it playing on a giant projector, and the Jacksonville Symphony Orchestra played the music along with the movie, and it was pretty incredible to see. That's the last time I watched the movie. That might have been like 5 years ago. I don't know. No, we'll see. We'll see about the new one, right? Anyway, I appreciate that, Evans. Good old Ben, thank you so much, man. Good old Ben says, congrats. She's taken her first step into a larger world. There you go. Daughter graduating from preschool. Just a cute little ceremony. I could tell she was kind of nervous standing up there. You know, she did so good. We spoiled the hell out of her that day. And today. Every day. But yeah, we made a big deal about it, you know. Preschool graduation. It's kind of fun and silly. But, you know, you got to make a big deal out of it, right? Make her feel like she accomplished something big, and you got to. So, we had fun. We had fun the past couple days. But you know, future graduations are going to be crazy. Watching her with her little graduation cap, walking down the hallway, standing on stage. She felt like, you know, we made her feel like she did something big. It was pretty cool, man. But anyway, I appreciate that, Mr. Ben. Wario Will, thank you so much for the channel support as well. Wario says, do you accept fan mail, P.O. Box? No, I never have. You know, I've never really looked into it. But at the moment, probably not going to do it. You know, maybe way back in the channel's heyday, leading into The Force Awakens and stuff like that, it would have been fun. You know, to do these like fan mail unboxings and stuff like that. But right now, at the moment, I don't really have time to do anything like that. I barely get out like one video every couple months. And I barely have time to do these streams as much as I'd like. So, you know, maybe in the distant future. But as of right now, there's no plan to get like a P.O. box or anything like that. But if I do, I would absolutely let everybody know. Be kind of cool. But anyway, Will, I appreciate that, man. It was decent. These little kids kept kicking my chair, so it was hard to enjoy. Yeah, we lucked out. We had to sit really close to the screen because all the other seats were taken. But there was really no disturbances in our theater. Occasionally, like when there was a quiet part, we would hear a kid behind us go like blah 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 blah. Like I don't know what he was doing. He sounded like an older kid who was just making noises. But it wasn't a big deal. But when is that going to be on Disney Plus? Probably not too far in the distant future, right? Oscar says, the way the trailers frame it, Indy 5 seems like it's taking a page from the Last Jedi playbook, a more deconstructive, more introspective Indiana Jones. I would love that. I'd love that. Again, the reviews of Dial of Destiny have me pretty worried. Again, I never really take them to heart until I see a movie. Most of the time, I most of the time until I see a movie, I don't even look at reviews or Rotten Tomato score or anything like that. But it was kind of impossible to avoid all the like early Indiana Jones reviews and scores and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna let it dictate what I think of the movie going into it. But I am thinking that I tend to agree with the critic scores. So just knowing that what the critics think of it so far is really enough to make me worried, despite my best efforts not to have these early reviews cloud my judgment going into it. It is still in the back of my head, like a little worrisome, right? But yeah, man, we'll see. I would really dig it if they went down that route, but who knows? Who knows, man? Yeah, we'll see. But I appreciate that, Oscar. When I see it, I'll absolutely be doing a live stream about it. I need to make an Indiana Jones video. Like, when does a movie come out? When does it come out officially? Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. June 30th. So I got plenty of... Well, I say that. But I have time to make a little Indiana Jones movie or a video about, my Indiana Jones rankings, I guess I would say. Oh, yeah. Anyway. Benjamin B, thank you so much. Ben says, hey, Greedo, I've been looking at engagement rings with my girlfriend. What are your tips on a successful marriage? Oh, goodness. Or what has surprised you the most? I found that it doesn't really change that much, from when you're dating to marriage. Now, me and my wife have been together for 15 years. Obviously, you go through different stages. But to me, like, one of the most important things is to have our time. We spend so much time with our daughter, and as we should. But, like, we have a little date night planned, and my parents are watching my daughter and keeping her overnight. We're getting a hotel room on the beach, and we got some bars we want to hit up and stuff like that. So, as important as it is to fully, do everything with our daughter and have fun and stuff like that as the three of us, it's also important to do things just the two of you, to keep things alive and keep things fun and for the two of you, and kind of remind you of remember, like, when you were dating, and I don't know, it's important. It's important. I recommend, if you guys already aren't, I always recommend to younger folks, and maybe you're not, I don't know how old you are, Ben, but you could be my age. I'm 37, who knows, but I always recommend that people live together before you get married, because you truly don't know somebody until you live together, right? Me and my wife lived together for 7 years before we got married. And if you 34, there you go, man. Yeah, you're not young. But yeah, I always recommend to people that you live together before you get married, just because, that's when you really know somebody. I know a lot of younger guys who, like, they lived with their parents, and their now wives live with their parents, and then they get married, and then they move in together. And yeah, it might work out. I'm just saying it from my own personal experience. Live together before you get married. That's when you truly know somebody. But yeah, the time for the two. Also, we were together for 7 years before we got married. We lived together, And even after we got married, we dated for 7 years, got married, and then we're married for 4 years before we had our kid. And we spent those 4 years, actually like the 10 years, basically 11 years, before we had a kid, traveling. You know, we took cruises, we went to London, we went out west to a bunch of national parks, we went down to St. Lucia. You know, travel, do a bunch of things before, you know, you really start to kind of settle down and have all the responsibilities of, I guess, adding another life to the mix, right? But I don't know, man. It's a maze that you gotta work through, and we all have to work on it and try to empathize and be better and whatnot. And you know, my job, I know my job makes it hard on my wife, because I'm gone every third day. She's a single parent every third day, and I don't tell her enough how much I appreciate her I know I don't, her efforts and what she does as that single parent every third day. Just like my schedule, I work 24 hours on and then 48 hours off. So yeah, man, it's I don't tell her enough that I appreciate her holding down the fort, you know, but I should. So I don't know, man, there's no magical code, but I think at our current stage, one of the most important things for us is to find that time for us. You know, as much as we love hanging out with our daughter and stuff like that, it is important to just kind of have time for the two of us. And luckily, we're very lucky that my parents live so close to us, and they're always willing to watch our kid when we need to do those little like date nights, date weekends every couple months, you know. Very lucky in that sense. But yeah, man, best of luck to you. Let me know how you plan on proposing. It's exciting. I proposed up in Washington, D.C. And we were on a trip to D.C. One of our trips. We used to take big trips every year. We still try to. It's just different these days, you know. And yeah, the rest is history. I lucked out because my wife, I got her an engagement ring, but like so my wife's grandma had an engagement ring and a wedding ring that was her mom's. So my wife's great grandma's engagement ring and wedding ring. I didn't have to buy any of that. My wife's grandma gave it to me, and she told me the story of it, and yeah, man, lucked out. But yeah, Ben, I appreciate that, man, and best of luck to you. Celador, no, it is no. Celador asks if it's normal for firefighters in the U.S. to work 24 hours on and 48 off. Nope, that is the normal. That is the normal shift schedule of. There's only a couple departments that I'm familiar with that do 24 hours on and 72 hours off. Now, it would be incredible if every department went to that, 24 on, 72 off. I mean, holy shit, that would be amazing. But the vast majority work 24 on, 48 off. And it's not a true 48 off. So, like, I'll work from 6:30 in the morning to 6:30 in the morning. And then I'm off that next day. And then I'm off the day that I get off shift, if that makes sense. And then I'm off the next day. So it's not a true 48 hours off. It's, yeah. But that is the typical. Hopefully all departments go to 24 on, 72 off. Because it is, I mean, The schedule is nice, but for me, but to have 72 off, oh my god, it would make things so much less stressful, and the burnout would reduce, and how intense is that 24 hours? It depends, Celador. So the most I've ran, well, some days, like, dude, there's no telling. There's no telling. Like, some days we'll only get 2 calls or something like that. And then some days we're running 18 calls in a 24-hour period. And there's no predicting it. There's no predicting it. Sometimes you'll run, like I said, 2 calls and it'll be like somebody had a headache. And then the next call will be like a broken toe, right? But then the next day, the next shift, you might run 18 calls, and it could, like, one day I did run 18 calls. That's the number that sticks out to me because that's a good, that's a crazy day. And on a day like that, I mean, you might run some medical calls that are just, routine, but then you might get an adult cardiac arrest, and then you might get an MVA, which is a motor vehicle accident with extrication, where you have to like extricate patients from a vehicle. Then you might get a boat, you might get a fire, you never know. There's been days where we literally run all day and we've done every type of call, like major call. There's been days where I've had structure fires and extrications of patients that are like, I don't want to go into the details, but like, extricating fires, cardiac arrests, overdoses, and you're just, by the end of the day, by the end of your shift, you haven't slept and you go home and take a nap. So like, you never know. You never know. On those days where you barely run any calls, it's like, oh my God, it's so nice sometimes, to just get a break. But yeah, I've done that, Doom. I've done that a few times. Do you have to drive home after a shift? Yeah, I do, Oscar. There's been nights where, you don't sleep at all, or you might get 2 hours of sleep. And yeah, I got a long commute too, so it sucks sometimes, but it's an exciting job. I recommend it. I miss playing some Battlefront 2, Mr. OT. It's been a while since I've played it. I'm kind of waiting to do some video game streams again until I get my new PC. I'm hoping to build it in the next few months. Yeah. No, Block, I don't have any Star Wars science videos in the works right now. That is a series that I haven't made in years and years and years. It'd be fun to bring back. I would just need a topic of conversation that would interest me to bring it back, Try to wrap an interesting science topic in a shroud of Star Wars, If I found a topic that would work, I would absolutely bring back that series, but yeah. Doom, I'm always hesitant, like when kids come by the station or when we go to a school or something like that. I'm always hesitant to let the kids touch or try on my gear. Especially my helmet, like, not because I'm worried about them having lice or anything like that. I don't give a shit about that. What I'm worried about is carcinogens. Like, the amount of shit and soot and particles and asbestos and, you know, whatever, the amount of, like, carcinogens that are on my equipment and my helmet, despite our best efforts to clean it, I don't want any kid putting on my helmet because of that, you know. So, you know, I have explained it to the parents. I've been like, you know, you might not want little Johnny trying on the helmet, you know, with all the shit we go into and stuff like that. It's not the best idea, but I'll leave it up to you, you know. That's awesome, Celador. I would love that. Hopefully we go to that. Hopefully the unions can work that. 24 on, 72 off would be incredible. Yeah. Nice, Smart. Yeah, I miss playing it. I miss playing games on stream. I just don't do it very often anymore. But yeah, I wouldn't mind firing up Battlefront again. Playing it soon, you know. Be fun to jump back into that. Sapity, thank you so much for the channel support. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Sapity says, with your work, I guess staying in shape is quite a requirement. Got any tips for home workout without equipment aside? Without equipment aside from dumbbell and body alone. Sadly lost enjoyment. The joy of the gym, but wanted to stay fit. For me, man, it's a personal requirement. You know, there's a lot of firefighters who need to get in shape. I'm sure you've all seen them. But if you're not in shape, you're doing yourself a disservice, and more importantly, you're doing your crew a disservice. I know guys who, you know, you go into a structure fire and they're gassed within minutes. They're gassed. Their low bell alarm is going off and they need to exit the structure. That's not good. Stay in shape. Just do it. For me, Sapity, the muscle that I focus on the most is the heart. That's not some hippy dippy shit. I'm talking about running. I'm talking about cardio. Cardio to me is the most important thing in my job, because cardio, a strict cardio regimen, keeps me in shape, keeps me working. You know, I will work a structure fire or whatever until I physically cannot anymore. And that is my goal. I will go through multiple bottles before I need to exit and go to rehab. That's work ethic, but that's also physical shape, you know. So, Sapity, if you kind of lost the joy for the gym, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't go to a gym. I have equipment at my house. I have equipment at the station. But the thing that I enjoy the most, the thing that I do the most is run. I run my ass off. I love running. So yeah, I would do that. And you can do a lot of stuff with just body workout and dumbbells and stuff. I love doing just like tricep workouts with dumbbells and body weights. Like you can do bench dips. You know, you do like 30 bench dips, 4 sets of 30 bench dips. That's a great workout. You know, you can do some dumbbell skull crushers for triceps and stuff like that. You can do, there's machines and all sorts of stuff, but I love free weights. I prefer free weights, and body weight. Body weight, free weights, like dumbbells, like you mentioned, and running. That's my core. That's what I do. I'm not looking to, I'm not looking to, like, get huge. And I don't think I could with the amount of cardio that I do. But, staying in shape, I usually do body weights and free weights 3 or 4 days a week, and then I run 3 or 4 days a week, usually 4 to 10 miles, depending on my mood. Yeah, but you don't need a gym to stay or maintain or get into shape, What I did was I started running. That's the first thing that I started doing. And I didn't start out with 1 mile. I didn't start out with 2 miles. I started with 4 miles. And the first time I went running at 4 miles, my pace was like 10:30. 10 minute 30 second miles or 11 minute miles. That was my pace like 4 years ago. But I started with 4 miles. And then I just kept it up. I kept it up. And eventually, like my mileage now, I go at a steady 7:30 pace. And I can maintain that for 4 miles. It's a little harder right now because it's the summertime and it is hot as shit here in Florida. But yeah, so like instead of working into long miles or working into a longer run, start out with a longer run and work into your time, if that makes sense. Yeah, so like just start with whatever you want to start. You don't have to start at 4, but I recommend it. Because you can run 4 minutes. Like, what else are you going to do? Even if it takes you 11 minutes, that's 44 minutes. What else are you going to do 44 minutes? It's great for you, And then eventually, you'll get that time down. You'll be running like 30 minutes for 4 miles, But, yeah, man, do it to it. There's some really great apps out there too if you don't really know what to do. There's one called Fitbod that I use. You can pick which muscle you want to work on, and then you can pick what type of equipment you have. You can narrow it down. So like you can select body weights or dumbbells, free weights and stuff like that. It'll exclude all of the machine weights and stuff like that, and it'll just give you options for the equipment that you have. I recommend it. It's called Fitbod. It does cost like $10 a month, but you could probably get a month free. I don't know. There's probably a trial period. But yeah. Anyway, I appreciate that, Sapony. Benjamin B, thank you so much for the channel support. Ben says, here's a topic idea. What would the firefighters in Star Wars be? If you had your same job on Hoth or Endor, what do you imagine it'd be like? Oh, interesting. That is a fun topic of conversation. Star Wars firefighters. Has that ever been firefighters Star Wars? Coruscant Rescue Ops. Firefighter Battle Droids. Coruscant Rescue Ops. Coruscant's firefighting team. They piloted Fire Speed. Oh, they appeared in Revenge of the Sith. Really? Let me look this up. Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Sith. That is a fun topic of conversation. I might have to do a video on this. That's kind of cool, man. I don't know what they would be like, though, Ben. This is cool. There's actually... There's... Oh, I gotta eBay this. That's cool. So, there are action figures of this. I didn't know this existed. I didn't know these characters, and I didn't know this action figure existed. Coruscant Rescue Ops. Let's see. Let's see. How much are they going for? If they are even going for anything. Can't find anything. Coruscant Rescue Ops. Let's see. Figure. Coruscant Rescue Ops figure. There we go. Fire Speeder Pilot. That is cool, man. I didn't know this existed. It's pretty expensive on eBay. I'm not going to spend $30 for this, but it's rare. Here's one for $14. $2 shipping. I might have to pick this up. This would be a fun little figure to have. That kind of meshes with my job. All right, Ben, thank you for this information. I'm gonna keep this up, and I might make a video about it. Huh? Interesting. Interesting. How do you approach videos? Do you do it all based on what interests you? Yeah, that's it, Oscar. And I tend to not make topical things, and I tend to not make things that other people have made. And if I do, yeah, I don't know. There is no method to the madness anymore. Like, over the past 5 years or so, whenever I feel like making a video, I just make one. I never put any pressure on myself to, like, make stuff. It's just all about what I feel like doing. Yeah. In that sense, I'm not a good YouTuber because people pump out shit every single day. And I, like, make one video every couple months. It's not because I don't want to. It's just because of a factor of not really having the time to, you know. But I think these days what my plan is to start making longer form videos, working on stuff for a month or so, and then making it. But yeah, we'll see. Good old Ben, thank you so much for the final super chat and channel support before I hop off here. Ben says, maybe I'm projecting, but I suspect those critics are upset that DOD didn't return to... Oh. Dial of Destiny didn't return to the classic formula, but explored new ground like Knights of the CS did. What is that? Oh, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I'm not used to seeing Indiana Jones acronyms there, man. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, you might be right about that. I know a lot of the reviews mentioned that it kind of strayed away. It didn't feel as adventurous, all that stuff. I'm kind of holding out judgment until I see exactly how it plays out, you know? But you might be right. You might be right. Generally, I find that critics are looking for that newly explored ground. They're looking for something different. And the audiences are the ones who are looking for a return to the normal formula that they see in these franchises, right? So to hear that kind of stuff coming from critics is interesting. And I don't know what... I just have to watch the movie and kind of give my own 2 cents and my own opinions of it. But it does make me wonder exactly what this movie is and what it's going to be like when I see the critics kind of like, well, 50-50 panning it, you know? But you might be right there, man. You might be right. And we'll all find out soon enough. I'm really curious how it's going to play out. I don't really know what to expect. It's at a 50% right now on Rotten Tomatoes, which means I'm very worried. But yeah, as soon as I see it, I will be doing a a live stream. I'm gonna be making an Indiana Jones video soon where I talk about my favorite movies and maybe putting them in order of, you know, favorite to least favorite, all that stuff. But yeah, look for that in the next few weeks. Anyway, guys, I gotta get going. I'm sleepy. I've been so tired lately. So tired. But anyway, guys, nice little low-key Saturday evening stream. I appreciate everybody who is here. Thank you so much for being here, man. This is a really low viewer count live stream. Intimate and small. And I dig it. So, all right, guys, I got to get going. To everybody who super chatted this evening, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. To everybody who hung out in the chat, shooting the shit, thank you so much as well. But all right, guys, enjoy the rest of your morning, your afternoon, your evening, wherever you are on planet Earth. And I will catch you all on the flip side. See ya.